We installed an ignition system on this in the last video and it worked just fine sitting in the car, but I want to make sure that running and driving it's going to be okay. So we're going to take a ride in the car and make sure the ignition system is running great under load, in transitions, etc, etc. So I took it for a test drive. Still breaking up. I went down to look at the timing. I had my neighbor who works on cars a bit. He came over and I was showing him the issue with the timing, jumping back and forth. It's jumping back and forth like 12, almost 15 degrees. And you look at the balancer and saw that there's some rubber coming out of there. So the balancer's no good and the timing mark might not be right. So I got the timing set to where the car was running pretty good, but it's still breaking up high. It runs really strong down low, but up high it's breaking up bad. So right now I pulled a spark plug, got a little rag in there. I'm gonna find top dead center and I'm essentially gonna start timing the thing from scratch. This little wire right here, Tony over here was helping me with it, and when he grabbed it, he yanked it super hard and it fell right out. No, it fell right out. So I actually crimped it too hard and jacked up the copper, and it pulled right off. So I have put a new connection on that, and we're gonna fire it up and see what the timing looks like now. Because before it was dropping pulses, I figured that was it had to be an issue like that. So that makes a lot of sense. Let's see if it starts. Fires right up. Is that like giving you every pulse?
You're at 11 and a half.
11 and a half.
Roughly 11 and a half. And it's advancing a little bit. Sounds a little better.
Sounds maybe a little better. I don't know, it sounds like it still might be missing though. I
got it tight.
Maybe it still needs more adjustment, but it's getting every flash out of the gun though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not dropping pulses anymore like it was.
Nope, right on now.
So we'll give it a little more adjustment and then see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Definitely got that wire fixed, and we'll see if that was the problem. It's better overall, but it's still breaking up a lot. We've pulled the distributor, set it back at top dead center, essentially starting over from scratch. So it's not the distributor, it's not the timing, because we've got that all set and it runs good. It just feels like it's dropping pulses, and when it sits idling, you can tell that it's just dropping a pulse like here or there. You can tell it's missing. I don't know why it's missing. We checked all the wires are good. Connections seem good, so the next step is I'm going to pull the plugs out of it and see if any plugs are fouled, because maybe they're fouled really bad. The first one I took out was actually pretty bad. I'll show you. Let's pull all the spark plugs out, and they are caked with carbon. I don't think that would cause it to run that bad though, but maybe so. Maybe I just need new spark plugs, but that wouldn't make any sense because it wasn't doing that before I put the new ignition system on. There's oil on some of the threads, but it doesn't look too bad. They're just fouled really bad from the mixture being rich. Okay, I took all the spark plugs out, cleaned them all. Took a look at all the wires, made sure none of them were melted through anywhere. Everything looks good, none of them look corroded or old or anything. I did take the box off the firewall just on a hunch. It's probably not gonna do anything, but I took the box off the firewall so that, I don't know, maybe because the electronics are all bare back there, so maybe they were shorting on the firewall. I don't know. I'm willing to try anything at this point. So we got that thing mounted back up. Let's see if it changes anything. Okay, I'm still seeing the timing mark jump between 2 points, about 10, 12 degrees apart. It will be going right here on this, and then it will jump for just one pulse. It'll jump down like 12 degrees. I have no idea what's causing that. It's running noticeably better since I put the new coil on it and fixed that wire, but it's not, something still ain't right. Okay, so this is like day 3 of trying to fix this thing. I've been working on it, trying to get rid of this miss. It's breaking up at high RPM, low RPM, bucking, doing weird stuff. I went and I separated the magnetic pickup wires from the distributor from the high voltage wires that are going to the coil. And these wires are like 480 volts. And this is a low voltage pair right here. So to keep these from inducing voltage in these wires, they were sheathed right here and I separated them. I also found that this terminal right here was loose. You could pull the wire back and forth. So I crimped that nice and good and it's solid now. I also pulled all the spark plugs and cleaned them up and checked all the wires, and all the wires look good. One of the last things I'm gonna do, because this thing is putting out like 45,000 volts, 42,000 volts, something to that effect. And I was reading last night that the 5 and 7 cylinders, they fire right next to each other. And they're run right next to each other down here, which originally wouldn't have been a big problem because the last ignition is not a high voltage ignition. This one's putting out a lot more spark than that one is, so those wires could, because they're right next to each other, be inducing voltage and cross-firing. So I'm going to take that thing apart, separate those wires, and then I'm going to take it for another drive and just hope that I finally found what the problem is. I think it could be those wires cross-firing, because it's a pretty common problem, but I'm going to separate them right now, take it for a drive, and we'll see. Oh, that's cross-threaded. What? How do you cross-thread a wire separator? I'll have to just break this off. Come on. Who are these people? Yeah, that nut is just spinning in the back there. There's nothing I can do about that. I'll have to break it to get it off. And it's running, now it's running super rich now, like 11, 12, which doesn't make any sense. Because earlier it was running like 14, 15 yesterday. So I don't know what that's all about. I took the air cleaner off and now it's running like 14, but it's all over the place. Yeah, it's stupid rich now, like below 10. What's going on with the air fuel? Now it's like 10, 16, 18 on deceleration. I don't know what's going on, man. This might be the most frustrated I've ever been with a car. I've been working on this for 3 days and I just can't lick it. I don't know what it is. But I'll get it eventually, though. I know I'll get it eventually. Alright, let's get a good close shot of this spark and see what you guys think of it. Alright, now this one is with the HEI spark. I've got the HEI completely wired up. This is out of the old system. And when I turn this, I should get spark out of it. Way harder to see. I don't even know if that's going to come through on camera. That's what the spark looks like on the old system. The new one is very obviously hotter and has more energy. Alright, so I can't figure out what this little miss is. It's not like it's a big miss. It's just a little just when you're up in the high range, you've got it under load, or in the low range, like hard on the throttle. So it doesn't need to run that well in order for me to go to the next step, which is the fuel system. I mean, I just don't get it, because if I pop this thing on, it's literally like a couple cranks. Yeah, I barely even have to breathe on it, and it fires right up, and it idles relatively smooth. The throttle's good, and it's not even warmed up right now, so I'll probably pull the plugs out, re-gap them an extra 10 thousandths, and then just leave it as is and go to the fuel system. And at some point I will figure out what that miss is at high RPM and at low RPM under load, but the just intermittent miss, I'll find it eventually. But we need to get to working on this thing, because I can't spend, you know, weeks chasing down a problem like this. So it's disappointing, but working on cars, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you run into something where you have no idea. You just have no idea, and you've tried everything, and rather than essentially rebuilding the entire car, throwing parts at it, it gets too expensive. So I'm going to skip it for now, and we're gonna go to the fuel system. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the videos, please subscribe. Happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you next time.